it's more in the category of improvisation, I feel, you know, in the Western term. But I feel the improvisation has many categories, many different levels. So improvisation alone for me, I feel not enough for a spiritual music to be improvisation. I think, like for me, I meditate at least half an hour before I go to concert, before I go on stage. If I get a chance, I try to meditate for an hour or half an hour. If it's really bad, maybe at least few minutes I manage to. Sometimes some venues, the sound system in checkup is like go almost to the end. So that sometimes gives me only short time to, but then I try to really center myself. But if I get a chance, usually I try to really meditate, center myself, and motivate myself, just much bigger than just myself, just for fun or just to, not for just fame or money or things like that.
That's right.
Something try to create, hopefully something I can do that beneficial to humanity, to other people.
And that's so good for your music too, because that grounds you in the whole point.
Yeah.
Like your music is so personal and
so,
for others.
Yeah. So then if I come on stage with that space and then play my music with that, then I feel much better. Something what I'm doing is becomes spiritual music. Then the spontaneous coming music, whatever coming music to me when I'm playing flute, that's a little bit different than just improvising. You know, you're taking your mind into a little bit deeper state, trying to take it more contemplative state, right? Meditative state. And then coming out different melodies, different music out of that. That's a little bit different. I think it's not just only improvisation. So I feel in Tibetan tradition, all the 100,000 songs of Milarepa is spontaneous. He never sat down and wrote that down first and then just sang somebody. No. Whatever circumstance is, just there comes all this spiritual, beautiful spiritual, poetic, incredible poetic spiritual poem, and spontaneously singing. There is such a beautiful melody and moving people just like that. That is a real spontaneous music, you know. That is deeper improvisation, deeper, much deeper. And then most of the different spiritual songs are like that, coming from these lamas, coming out of their meditative state, you know. And then also I feel in the Tibetan tradition, talking about the story of Kesarotling. I went in Tibet in 91 to do research on Kesarotling. And we met an oracle called Samdup. He cannot even read the alphabet properly. Forget about anything else. But when he go into this trance, kind of like a meditative state, coming out like an 18-volume of Kesarotling story. And the poetries are incredible, you know, the warriors when they're singing to each other.
Wow.
It's incredible. It's just coming spontaneously. So we do have Tibet has a spontaneous tradition.
Right.
And it's kind of improvisation.
Right.
But I think it's a more deeper improvisation, kind of deeper state of mind, you know. So that's where something I feel I try to create my music out of that state. When I'm recording in the studio, I do the same. I try to meditate before I go on microphone. And then whatever comes, I play that. And then I compose, arrange different things, you know, build up gradually. All my album like that, you know. It's not there from the right beginning. It grows slowly. It takes its own shape, its own character, its own kind of being, you know.
So it's not I mean, a lot of times people hear spontaneous, they think you just sort of make it up, and it's kind of like sometimes with jazz can be sort of all over the place and a little bit discursive sometimes. But there's really good jazz, or the great jazz masters. It's grounded in such experience and sort of personal feeling.
Right.
So it's not just discursive, whatever you think of. You've grounded yourself in sort of the point of it.
I think one difference with even jazz, things like that kind of music, I think certain music is just only coming from here, intellectual, just thought, thinking mind, just coming anything and just playing that, whether it's jazz or whether it's other improvisation or music, any coming from here. But some music comes from your heart, from your deep spiritual ground. And I think that music is quite different. When people hear it, it touches differently. And the player himself or herself, I must say that, must feel something. It must move them. It must transform them some way, right? Whether it's jazz or whatever meditative music. And then listeners must share that. They can feel something, I think.